Welcome back, my friends, to the Psychic Next Door. I want to thank each and every one of you for taking the time to tune in, as well as for your overwhelming support for subscribing, liking, and even commenting on my videos. I am truly grateful for you. My goal today and always is to provide you clarity and peace through these spirit-driven messages. Remember, these are just general readings, not one-to-one, so if it doesn't resonate, just leave it behind. This reading was created for our beautiful Pisces friends for the month of October. However, it is a timeless reading and can resonate at any given period. As we shuffle the cards, let's dive into a bit of the astrology that could better help guide you throughout this month. All right. On October 9th, Jupiter goes retrograde into Gemini. This is a great time to just go with the flow and take life as it comes. It's important to remember that during this time, all of our situations, as turbulent as some may have been and will be, they provide us a lesson to learn. Then, on October 11th, Pluto goes direct into Capricorn. This marks history as the final time that Pluto will be moving forward into Capricorn. During this period, we say goodbye to an era. This is an excellent time to tie up those loose ends and evaluate what we've been through so far in our lives. On October 13th, Mercury will enter Scorpio. Throughout the next few weeks or so, we are looking into reading between the lines for possible hidden messages. Throughout the next few weeks or so, we're looking into reading between the lines for possible hidden meanings that may help us solve difficulties in our lives. Some of this soul searching will uncover some harsh truths that we may have to find ourselves dealing with. Nonetheless, my friends, after every revelation and dark period, the sun begins to peek through the clouds to show us there are better times ahead. Sure enough, on October 17th, Venus enters Sagittarius. Romance, deep friendships, and soul connections become a key player during this period, as we start getting to know individuals on more of a spiritual and intellectual level. Taking the time to truly get to know someone during this period could be a life-changing event for you. Finally, as the end of the month nears, October 22nd marks the beginning of spooky season. Throughout the next couple of weeks, it's full steam ahead into so many different kinds of energies that will bring some mystery and intrigue into our lives. Allow the passion of the season to bring you clean and fun times. The end of the month, this is also a period where we devote ourselves to our partners and deep connections to find strength and loyalty to be the center focus of our lives. Alrighty, my friends, with that being said, let's dive right into this reading. October is a very exciting and just mysterious time for so many of us. And immerse yourself, enjoy it. You deserve it. There's so much throughout this life and the period that you guys have already been through that is so serious and focused and career-driven. And I'm not saying to let all that go, but allow yourself some pockets of fun in here, kind of like you did if you had the opportunity over the summer months. Allow yourself that through October into the holiday season. You deserve it. You need to unwind and relax, as Spirit is showing me in bold. All right? Let's see what we have here. We have a time to give rather than to take. Communication is key. Hold your vision. A new start is coming. So, they want us to start with these 2 pointers, all right? And this kind of segues into it, and this is kind of like a footnote, if you will, is how they're showing it to me in my head, okay? All right, let's see what clarifiers we have so far. The 7 of Cups, I know exactly where that is coming from based on the visions that Spirit is showing me. and we're going to draw some additional ones. It looks like we have quite the message to unveil for you, my beautiful Pisces friends, for this month. Let's just draw it all out. Okay. All right. Perhaps a bumpy road ahead is something they wanted to highlight, but it's going to be overcome fairly quickly, is what they're sharing with me, okay? They want me to draw one more. I'm going to put it up here. Okay, perfect. That makes beautiful sense. All right, let's get into it, okay? So, first and foremost, my friends, communication is key during this new start that is going to be coming. The new start was highlighted first for me, okay? It's like a chapter in a book, all right? Or a section in your life. That's kind of what it depicts. And it shows them turning the page, all right? And saying that my beautiful Pisces friends are about to, it looks like you're really going to get into a very important and focused time in your life, which is why Hold Your Vision is kind of flashing at me, but we'll come back. Spirit is trying to convey this very freeing time for you that's coming. Perhaps a lot of you have had loose ends that you've kind of needed to kind of square away to kind of move on. Some of you have kind of just been going through a bit of a humdrum time. For others of you, you've just been taking one day at a time and getting through it. But it's without question that for the collective, these options are coming your way. Just a very freeing time. The Nine of Cups is being highlighted in a very dramatic way. It kind of, the other cards are kind of being dulled at the moment, and they kind of want to highlight. There is going to be a choice that you're going to make, and it comes from this new start. They want to say a veil is lifting. I guess that's maybe another way of saying what's coming. They want you to hold what's dear to you. The foundation of who you are, you should not let that go during this next phase. Throughout, now they're showing me, so it's kind of like, they're showing me the rest of 2024, right? October, November, and December. And it looks like the beginning of October is kind of like where this starts, right? You're going to have choices and you're going to have options. And it's going to be a combination. For a collective of you, it's going to be a group of people that you're going to meet, a special individual that might be coming your way. You're going to want to do things differently. And they're highlighting communication is key. Some of the examples they're sharing with me, perhaps in previous relationships, the communication hasn't been what it should be. Make sure, now they're highlighting this card, a time to give rather than to take. It's okay to over-communicate. Sometimes in those situations, it makes the other individual feel more comfortable being able to express themselves and be vulnerable with you. And Spirit is sharing with me that overall you are an excellent communicator, but it's not the nitty-gritty, if that makes sense. It's not the digging deep, right? You're an over-communicator perhaps in your daily life, how you feel about this or that. People know your preferences and things like that, but who you are, okay? This is the time to dig deep and share who you are. It does bring a layer of vulnerability to the situation that you may not be comfortable with, but hold the vision of what you have, a certain vision of something you're seeing in your mind that you want or that you yearn for. Hold that vision, okay? Communicate a little bit differently, maybe bring more feeling and passion and emotion. Sharing something deep also often brings a bigger connection with individuals. Even if it's just a soulmate or a friendship, it doesn't have to be a love relationship, but they're saying for you to go to this next level, for this new start to really emerge, for us to see this 9 and 10 of Cups. I mean, the cards you have are incredible. They're highlighting the King of Pentacles, okay? You sitting here with your trusty steed in life, kind of looking back at all this and being thankful and grateful for you taking some of the chances, okay? They're wanting to highlight this card before we go back to the 7 of Cups. Some of you perhaps have a vision, are going to take some time to meditate and contemplate on what you truly want and desire. And some of you have been kind of toying with an idea, whether it be with a relationship, whether it be a business partnership, perhaps a side hustle, even if it's just something out of the ordinary that folks wouldn't normally think to see you do. You kind of considered, it's time to start exploring this. That's part of this new chapter. If you want to open this new chapter, understand this new chapter opens regardless, right? There are periods in our lives where new chapters unfold and you're given a fresh start. Now, you have free will and can do that at any point in time. But Spirit often highlights, and it looks like the month of October is a really great time for this. Things kind of get kick-started a little quicker and they move. And they're showing me the card 8 of Wands, which we didn't draw, but they want me to bring that up. Things move quickly, more so in different periods with the things that are happening in your life. Timing is key, and it doesn't hurt to capture some of that astrology, okay, data, and kind of put it all together. You're wanting to try something. Some of you think it's absolutely foolish, which they're highlighting the pig. When pigs fly, that term, okay? And some of you think it's absolutely foolish, and it's something that folks would never think you would do. But you want to do it. You want to try it, right? They're pointing the finger at me right now, letting you all know that they want me to share a little bit of my path with you here. If you know me outside of this, okay, you would have never thought in a million years that I would be drawn to this, or I would have the innate ability, and that I have the psychic and mediumship abilities to do this, okay? And it probably never came out, it probably didn't come out for so long because I tend to look at what needs to be done. I don't want to say I'm robotic, okay? But when it comes to career and things of that nature, there was always a path, okay? There were things that were important to me and so on, and I kind of just kept that vision without kind of going off to the side. When I had a parent that passed away, my psychic and mediumship abilities just flourished. Things were happening that I just couldn't believe. Now, things happened to me earlier in life, but I shut them down. I was like, oh, no. We're not going to go there. Absolutely not. But with the death of a loved one so close to me, it just completely busted the door open for this. And it's almost like it wouldn't leave me alone. And that's kind of like, Spirit is kind of letting you know that that's kind of like what they're kind of giving you right now with this new start, okay? They want you to hold that vision of what you had thought of and give it a try. This is going to take lots of guts. Like I said, we see the 8 of Wands in my vision. Some of you will move through this very quickly and get things done. If you're a little bit like me, some of the semantics were already done. You created the business, you created the site, and so on. But getting this piece of the puzzle, putting yourself out there like this, may take a little more time. And that's okay, as long as you get there. Okay? As long as you get there. So, in highlighting this card, you're going to have some options. You're also going through a bit of a crossroads in your career. And you have been for a while, but you've kind of just been going with the flow. This month is going to be a very pivotal month for you. You're going to take some time and attention you need, perhaps away from the humdrum of it all. Perhaps give yourself some days off, some time alone. Okay? Spirit is highlighting time alone. I think that's what's required a bit here to get you to this next step. Kind of allow this to develop a bit more. Allow yourself some time and attention to this. When you unfold this, there's going to be this layer of darkness. And I'm trying to give it to you the best way that Spirit is kind of sending it to me. There's this layer of darkness that's been within you, and you kind of carried it with you. But you just kind of push it down, and you don't want to deal with it, and so on. Perhaps that's going to come about again. Perhaps this is going to come to the surface during this new chapter. There is going to be something releasing and empowering about you bringing this to the surface, dealing with it, and letting it go. It is going to be a tough time, okay? That's why the devil kind of popped out here in the middle of your story. Very much like my story, I had to deal with things that I didn't want to deal with, all right? And they keep pointing the finger at me, and when they do that, they kind of want me to share a little bit of my story, as the collective can certainly resonate. You have to let this go. You have to let the fear and doubt go. And for some, it is a process in order to get here, okay? Now, interestingly enough, though, when the new start comes, the immediate fold of it, if you will, you're just going to feel like a real light feeling. I don't know if some of you have already felt this maybe in a bit of September or not, but October is really highlighted, all right? There's going to be some choices. Some of you are going to unfold some things, more than one thing that you've wanted to do. And you will have to pick and choose, because I know a lot of us, or at times you get excited and some things unfold and you're like, I'm going to go for it, right? And you start, let's say, 2 or 3 different paths in addition to your career focus and all that stuff. And it becomes too much and then you give up. Let's take a different journey this time, Spirit is sharing, okay? If you're having trouble deciding, Spirit, ask Spirit and your loved ones, okay, that have crossed over, to bring you some light during this time, all right? Maybe bring you some light bulb and clarification moments. They're saying if you ask, you shall receive in this situation. Keep your mind and heart open to the messages Spirit is sending you in regards to this next new layer of your life, this next new chapter. If you quiet your mind and listen, okay? Even if you're going through these difficult times of releasing things that no longer serve you, they're showing me the words imposter syndrome. So it's when you start this, it's a whole new layer, right? Of some self-doubt that is released. Like, can you do it? Can you pull it off? You start it and you're like, oh man, I don't know if this is for me, right? But through this journey, you get here, my friends. You get to what I consider the 2 of the best cards in tarot, all right? The 10 of Cups and the 9 of Cups. While this is emotionally fulfilling, financially, they're showing me a direct path, okay? So this will enhance your financial situation, is what they're sharing with me. For some of you, if you hold your vision and you keep this moving in the direction it's meant to be, this will be your new path, and the career and what you've established over here will just quietly come to a close. And this will be a whole new chapter. For some, this is going to be a piece of your chapter, okay? A more fulfilling piece, right? Because for some of you, it looks like some stuff is missing internally, right? And that's kind of what we're looking for. And you're looking for that passion, that excitement of something that you want in your life. That's coming. We're just going to have to do a little meditation and releasing to allow that to come in. But it's without a doubt that it's coming your way, my beautiful friends. All right, we are going to draw one final card. It's the Spirit Animal card. I absolutely love this deck because it really brings your reading all together. All right, let's see what Spirit has for us to close this out. Bear, strength. The bear symbolizes a strong source of support in times of difficulty and adversity. It may be time for you to stand up to your beliefs or your truth with strength and confidence. You are free to roam at will and follow your path. Close your eyes, open your heart, and listen to this new path you're being directed towards. All right, my beautiful Pisces friends, I'm wishing you a beautiful month, and we'll see you at the end of this month for your bonus reading. Have a wonderful day.